I don't know if you've read it, but his nickname was Mallard. And he looked like a little duck when he was born.
Marie Osmond has been in the spotlight for most of her life. From her days singing with her famous family to becoming a household name on television, 1919 seconds, she seemed to have it all. But behind the smiles and songs was a woman carrying struggles the world never saw. 26 seconds heartbreak, hidden battles, and tragedies shaped her journey in ways fans could never imagine. And now at 65, 34 seconds, her life looks nothing like the glamorous past we once knew. Join us as we take a closer look at her life then and now. Marie Osmond's childhood and 43 seconds first steps into fame. Olive Marie Osmond was born on October 13, 1959 in 50 seconds Ogden, Utah. She was the eighth of 9 children and the only daughter in the large Osmond family. Her parents, Olive 58 seconds May and George Verl Osmond, raised their children as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 41 minute. For seconds off her brothers, Verl and Tom, were born deaf, but the rest of her brothers began performing early on as a barbershop 11 minute, 11 seconds quartet. Their talent soon caught attention and led them to appear on the Andy Williams Show in the 1960s. That 1:191 minute, 19 second success was the reason the whole family moved to Los Angeles, where music and television would soon dominate their lives. Marie herself was only 4 years 1:271 minute, 27 seconds old when she made her first televised appearance on the Andy Williams Show in 1964. While most little girls spent their childhood with toys and school 1:361 minute, 36 seconds lessons, Marie's life was tied closely to show business. She was often at home with her mother and younger brothers Verl, Tom, Donnie, and Jimmy. Out of all 1:451 minute, 45 seconds her siblings, she felt closest to Donnie. In her own words, Marie once shared, "Donnie and I were rambunctious playmates who never gave our mother a 1:531 minute, 53 seconds moment to rest." Those childhood days weren't just about playing though. Music was always part of their lives. Whether it was singing together, 2:022 minutes, 2 seconds practicing instruments, or writing songs, Marie remembered it well years later, saying, "I never knew a day of my childhood life where music wasn't being played, practiced, written, or sung." 2:132 minutes, 13 seconds. Childhood should have been a time of carefree fun. But Marie's path was much different. Her life was shaped by the pressure of performing. She was pushed 2:212 minutes, 21 seconds into the spotlight even before kindergarten when most children only worried about schoolwork or friends. 2:272 minutes, 27 seconds. That early fame shaped her in ways both good and painful. A childhood of work and pressure. At just 3 years old, Marie 2:352 minutes, 35 seconds, had her first performance alongside Andy Williams himself. She sang and danced with him on stage. And while most children would be nervous, Marie had 2:442 minutes, 44 seconds. Little choice. It was the beginning of a career that would never slow down. After Andy Williams passed away in 2012, Marie 2:522 minutes, 52 seconds looked back on that moment and called him a guiding light in her life. She praised him not only for helping her develop her singing ability, but also 3:003 minutes for giving her some of her fondest childhood memories. But behind the bright lights, life was not as glamorous as it seemed. In her memoir, Midas 3:093 minutes, 9 seconds, "Well, laugh about it now," Marie admitted that her parents made sure all the Osmond children had the best teachers and choreographers money could buy. Each 3:183 minutes, 18 second sibling was required to learn an instrument and then teach it to the others. Marie was assigned the mima. She didn't want to play it, but that didn't matter. Her path was chosen for her. 3:283 minutes, 28 seconds. Looking back, Marie described the pain of growing up in such a demanding world. 3:333 minutes, 33 seconds, and while her brothers performed as the Osmonds and gained fame, Marie was left to juggle the pressure of finding her own place in music. What came next would 3:413 minutes, 41 seconds change her life forever. Teenage stardom and country music breakthrough. By 1970, 3:483 minutes, 48 seconds. Marie's brothers had already formed the Osmonds and were enjoying hit after hit. 3:533 minutes, 53 seconds. The family saw the success and believed Marie could have a solo career, too. But instead of following her brothers into pop, Marie decided to market herself as 4:014 minutes, 1 second, a country artist. She explained that country music was the only genre at the time that allowed women to balance a career and family. Even as a pre-teen, 4:114 minutes, 11 seconds, she recorded a demo singing Dolly Parton's Code of Many Colors. Don Overnans of MGM Records heard the tape and was so impressed that he signed her 4:194 minutes, 19 seconds to the label's Nashville division. Marie was only 14 years old when her life completely changed. In 1973, she 4:284 minutes, 28 seconds released a cover of Paper Roses, and the song shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. This made her the youngest female artist to 4:364 minutes, 36 seconds ever achieve a #1 country single. More hits followed with singles like Meet Me in Montana, There's No Stopping Your Heart, and You're Still 4:454 minutes, 45 seconds, New to Me, all reaching the top of the charts. Alongside her solo career, Marie teamed up with Donnie to create the 4:524 minutes, 52 seconds variety show Donnie and Marie. The show became a major success and aired through 1979, turning the duo into household 5:005 minutes names. Yet, behind the laughter, dance routines, and duets, Marie still carried the same pressures that had weighed on 5:075 minutes, 7 seconds her since childhood. Fame had given her everything, but it also demanded everything in return. And as the 1980s 5:145 minutes, 14 seconds arrived, her career and personal life faced new challenges, reinvention struggles, and later career. In the 5:225 minutes, 22 seconds early 1980s, the Osmond family faced financial trouble and lost much of their fortune. To help, Marie performed 5:295 minutes, 29 seconds alongside her siblings, but she also tried to step out on her own. She launched her own variety show called 5:365 minutes, 36 seconds Marie, but it didn't last long. She soon returned to her country roots, signing with Capitol Records in 1985. It paid 5:445 minutes, 44 seconds off. She released the album There's No Stopping Your Heart and scored another round of #1 hits. By the 1990s, 5:525 minutes, 52 seconds Marie had started to expand into other ventures. She created her own line of collectible dolls, which became hugely 5:585 minutes, 58 seconds popular on the QVC network. She also made her Broadway debut in The King and I in 1994. From 1998 to 2000, she 6:076 minutes, 7 seconds reunited with Donnie for a network talk show, and she used that time to openly talk about one of her biggest struggles, 6:146 minutes, 14 seconds postpartum depression. Her honesty led to the release of her book, Behind the Smile, My Journey Out of Postpartum 6:216 minutes, 21 seconds depression, where she shared her pain and her journey toward healing. Later years saw Marie take on more projects 6:286 minutes, 28 seconds from her radio series Marie and Friends in 2004 to appearing on Dancing with the Stars in 2007. In 2008, she and Donnie 6:386 minutes, 38 seconds reunited once more, this time for a residency at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas. Their act ran for more than a 6:456 minutes, 45 seconds decade until 2019, proving that fans still loved the sibling duo. Marie never stopped reinventing herself. She 6:536 minutes, 53 seconds returned with solo albums like I Can Do This in 2010, Music is Medicine in 2016, 6:596 minutes, 59 seconds, and Unexpected in 2021. She even co-hosted The Talk between 2019 and 2020, and appeared in several Lifetime 7:087 minutes, 8 seconds films, including the Christmas edition in 2020. From a little girl who sang on stage with Andy Williams to a country star, Broadway actress, doll designer, 7:177 minutes, 17 seconds and TV host, Marie Osmond's journey has been long, difficult, and inspiring. 7:237 minutes, 23 seconds. Speaking of which, behind the smile, she was carrying a heavy secret, the secret struggle with eating disorders. During the height of the Donnie and Marie show 7:317 minutes, 31 seconds in the 1970s, she faced intense pressure about her weight. In an interview with Page 6, she recalled one moment that 7:397 minutes, 39 seconds changed everything. She said she was pulled aside by a studio head who told her, "You're an embarrassment to your 7:467 minutes, 46 seconds family. You're fat. 250 people were going to lose their jobs because you can't keep food out of your fat face." 7:537 minutes, 53 seconds. Words like that can break anyone, and for a teenage girl, it was crushing. In her book, Might As Well Laugh About It, 8:008 minutes now, Marie explained how this moment pushed her into unhealthy habits. She admitted that she would lie about eating 8:078 minutes, 7 seconds breakfast and dinner. And for 4 days a week, she survived only on water mixed with lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and 8:148 minutes, 14 seconds maple syrup. She confessed, "I still didn't feel I was thin enough, even when I became too weak from hunger to do the 8:228 minutes, 22 seconds dance numbers in the show." Her struggles didn't stop once the show ended. Body image continued to follow her into 8:298 minutes, 29 seconds adulthood. The death of singer Karen Carpenter in 1983 opened the world's eyes to eating disorders. But for Marie, 8:378 minutes, 37 seconds it was also a personal turning point. 8:398 minutes, 39 seconds, she realized that the way she treated herself was having an impact on her fans. Women wrote to her asking how they could look like her after pregnancy. 8:488 minutes, 48 seconds, that was when she admitted to herself that she needed to change. As she wrote later, "It changed my mind forever about 8:568 minutes, 56 seconds body image." But eating disorders weren't the only battle she faced in those years. Another wound came from the constant comparison to other stars. 9:049 minutes, 4 seconds. Living with insecurities in the spotlight, The Donnie and Marie Show was a major success filled with music, 9:119 minutes, 11 seconds comedy, and guest appearances from some of the biggest stars of the time. From the outside, it looked like a dream job, 9:179 minutes, 17 seconds, but for Marie, it often felt like a nightmare. She was just 16 when the show began, and she later confessed in her 9:249 minutes, 24 seconds. Mama might as well laugh about it now that being surrounded by glamorous actresses and singers made her feel small. Meeting Cher was one of those 9:339 minutes, 33 seconds moments that left a deep mark. When she and Donnie Guest starred on the Sonny and Cher show, she remembered how it shook her confidence. She admitted, "I 9:429 minutes, 42 seconds felt like the ugly duckling. Cher always made a splash no matter what she did. I thought I was going to drown in my awkwardness. It didn't stop there." On 9:509 minutes, 50 seconds her own stage, Marie stood next to stars like Jacqueline Smith, Cheryl Ladd, and Farrah Fawcett, who had just become famous. 9:589 minutes, 58 seconds for her red bathing suit poster. She also shared the stage with Raquel Welch, a woman known worldwide for her beauty. 10:0510 minutes, 5 seconds for a teenager, it was overwhelming. 10:0810 minutes, 8 seconds. Marie explained, "Standing on stage next to Raquel Welch, and comparing my appearance to hers was enough to send me 10:1410 minutes, 14 seconds into a hating myself tailspin. It was pretty hard to leave my dressing room feeling like anything other than a poser playing dress up." While the audience saw 10:2310 minutes, 23 seconds a confident star inside, she struggled with self-doubt every time she stepped on stage. These insecurities would have been enough to break many child stars.